All right, noon, we were talking with Keith that thankfully we had so much sunshine today. It was a nice blue sky, so it made up for the cold temperature, but more clouds tomorrow?
Yeah, more clouds, especially in the afternoon. I think the first half of the day is okay. But yeah, it was really frigid this morning. It didn't hit me that way. Granted, I wasn't in Freiburg this morning where it was 15 below. Probably would have hit me
A little different
there. But the sun starting to make more of a difference, and obviously it's rising earlier, so that's all.
That helps.
So unless
More
you're really
time in the
early,
sun.
which Maine, we know,
We're up.
Maine is like, from that standpoint, even of the New England states, it is the earliest state, I feel
Got things to do.
I know. So
Sunrise is here.
I know. Like I don't know. I get up at like 7 and everybody's already done like a bunch of stuff. It's wild. but then at like 9 p.m. We're done with that.
Right. We've had
They
enough.
cut to you for a reason on that one, by the way. Just to zoom in. 27 is what we got today in Portland. 28 in Freiburg. Started at 15 below. For an example, in Freiburg this morning. We did have a lot of sunshine, though, as Brian noted, and it did make it feel a lot nicer. And obviously the remaining time here, the next 40 minutes or so, is going to be clear and sunny, and then we'll be clear through at least the first half of tonight. See a few more clouds coming in tomorrow morning, maybe, but after dropping down to about 10 along the coast, single digits into the mountains in northern Maine, it will not be as cold, though, as last night was, and by a significant margin it's warmer. And tomorrow we're in and out of the clouds through the middle of the day, probably more clouds in the mountains, more sun along the coastline, pushing into the mid and upper 30s and some low 40s. And then a warm front's going to come through. It's going to take a while to work its way through, but initially here on Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, there could be a period of light snow in the mountains in northern Maine associated with this warm front. Over southern and central Maine, this would be a period of off and on showers tomorrow evening. I don't think there's a lot of this going on, though. And the front is right about here by midnight on Tuesday, working into northern Maine on Wednesday. So early on Wednesday, there could be some light snow over Aroostook County. Not much precipitation for the rest of the state, but it's worth noting temperatures are borderline. So if we get anything here, could be a little freezing drizzle perhaps on Wednesday morning. I think most of us are okay. And then by the time the main thrust of precipitation moves in on Wednesday, mid to late morning, it's all rain. And it's at times pretty heavy rain through the afternoon. That rain snow line pushed north of Aroostook County by the afternoon, and then it's raining overnight Wednesday with kind of a squall line look to it about midnight on Wednesday. Heavy rain and some gusty winds through Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and then this rain moves out Thursday during the mid-morning hours. It stays warm briefly behind it on Thursday, but that will come with clouds and wind. So as far as snow goes, there could be a dusting to an inch on the front end Tuesday night, but we more than make up for that by the amount of snow melt that we have with this storm and the rain. This is the rainfall amounts for Wednesday night and Thursday, an inch and a half. So again, this is almost exclusively in the form of rain. Quieter on Friday, but breezy and cool, and then the weekend looks fine. Nothing really too interesting going on there. Temperatures will be about freezing or maybe a little bit warmer on Saturday. I'm playing it a bit cold right now, in the low 30s. We could be in the upper 30s depending. And then Sunday looks a bit colder, but quiet there too. No major storms other than our Wednesday night, Thursday, which again, I think will have a significant impact on snow melts, especially outside of the mountains.
For sure.
Discouraging. Okay, Keith, thank you.